Question number 4. It's an output type of question. So step 1. Memory should be allocated for the global variables. There are no global variables. Step 2. Execution of a Python program starts and ends at the main function. So this is the starting point of the main function. Your variable d is pointing to this list. And here you can write down the indices. Now there are two variables d. One is d of the main function. This is d of the function upgrade. So here I am going to write this is d of the main function. Now 1 equal to sign is the assignment operator. So right hand side should be calculated first. This is a function call. Control reaches the point where the function is defined. Now here d is a list. List within bracket d will create a deep copy of this variable d. That is, the content is the same but the memory location will be different. So this content is copied to a different memory location, and here you can write down the indices. So this is the deep copy that is created here, and this deep copy is passed to variable d. So this d is pointing to this deep copy. Now let me write this is d of the function upgrade. Now the second argument is passed to second parameter n. Since the second argument is there, the default value is meaningless. So here 20 is passed to parameter n. Now length of d. How many elements are there in d? 5 elements are there. So here you get 5. Range 5. 5 is taken as a second argument. By default the first argument is 0. So this is range 0, 5. You get 0 to 4. I takes the initial value 0. Now this is short form. The expanded form is this. So I is 0. D of 0, it is 100. 100 minus n. Here n is 20. So 100 minus 20, 80. That is assigned to d of 0. So this d of 0 becomes 80. Again, I takes the next value in the range, that is 1. So your I becomes 1. Again, d of 1, that is 200 minus n, 20. 200 minus 20, 180. That is assigned to d of 1. So here d of 1 becomes 180. Again, I takes the next integer in the range 2. So now your I becomes 2. Again, d of 2. This d means d of the function upgrade. This one. So d of 2 is 300. 300 minus n. N is 20. So 300 minus 20, 280. That is assigned to d of 2. So this becomes 280. Similarly, this becomes 380 and this becomes 480. Now this is completely executed. So you exit from the for loop. Now here return d, which means this d is returned as answer. To where it is returned? To the point from where it was called, and your x is pointing to this d. Now when the control comes back here, local variables does not exist. So this d does not exist, this name does not exist, this n does not exist, and this variable I does not exist. So let me cancel this name, let me cancel n, and this I does not exist. Now here again you call the function. So control reaches the point where the function is defined. This d, which means d of the main function, is passed to this d. So this d is pointing to d of the main function. So like this. Now since they are the same, I am not writing this d because this d is actually pointing to d of the main function. The second argument is missing. So the default value comes in the second parameter n. So now your n gets the default value 50. Again, length of d. How many elements are there in D? 5 elements are there, same as before. Range 5. So 5 is taken as a second argument. By default, the first argument is 0. So this is range 0, comma 5. You get 0 to 4. I takes the initial value in the range, that is 0. So I is 0. This is short form. This is expanded form. So I is 0. D of 0 means it is 100. Your variable n contains 50. So 100 minus 50. 50 that is assigned to D of 0. So this D of 0 becomes 50. Again, I takes the next integer in the range, that is 1. Again, D of 1, that is 200 minus n. N is 50. 200 minus 50, 150, that is assigned to D of 1. So this D of 1 becomes 150. Again, I takes the next integer in the range, that is 2. So now I becomes 2. So D of 2, that is 300 minus 50, 250, that is assigned to D of 2. So this D of 2 becomes 250. So this continues. This becomes 350 and this becomes 450. Now you exit from the for loop. The control comes here, return D, which means this D is returned as answer. To where it is returned to the point from where the function was called, and Y is pointing to this D. So here you can write Y is pointing to this D. Again, when the control comes back here, local variables does not exist. We did not write this D because it was the same as D in the main function. You need to cancel n. And of course, you need to cancel this I. Now, after that, you get the answer print X. So what does X contain? Your variable X contains this list. So that list will be printed in the computer's monitor. So this is the first line of output. Again, print Y. What does Y contain? This list. So this list is the second line of output. Again, print D. And this D means it is D of the main function. So this one, this list is the third line of output. So when you run this program, these three lists will appear as the output.